what we're working on in brand partnership school is really identifying what your pricing should be. I will tell you it's not $100 or $200. Like partnerships really should start at a minimum of $500 because you're an expert who has influence. And it's not like the way that you're paid as an expert is very different than the way an influencer is paid. Hello, and welcome to the Master the Media podcast. I'm your host, Amy Gorin, and I'm so excited to be here with you today. Today's podcast episode is about why I am launching a new course offering within Master the Media. So I don't normally talk about my courses, straight up within these episodes, but I thought this was a really good thing to talk about today because it's something that I hadn't really considered doing, to be honest. So I'll backtrack. So Master the Media started 2016, 2017 as just a side project. And back then we had a very light version of the Master of the Media program that we have today. And over those years, the Master of the Media training and certification program from, that's literally a 10-year period, evolved into the really comprehensive program that it is today, where we teach you how to get featured in the media, how to leverage that to land $50,000 in 6 months in brand partnerships. And then we provide daily and weekly support and concierge services to connect you with exclusive paid brand partnership opportunities that we connect our students with. But the Master of the Media program has a higher price point. It's $13.97 a month for 6 months, so that's about $8K. And I've gotten repeated questions over the last few years, is there a lower price point offering? And my answer had always been no, because my business coach had warned me like years ago. She's like, Amy, you can't like literally just create a course and then have it sell itself. You have to create and support itself. Like you have to create, you know, the course materials, you have to create the hi, you're registered emails, you have to create the marketing. And so there's a whole back end that's kind of gigantic. We're talking emails, we're talking social media, we're talking stuff on Thinkific, we're talking, logistical steps and team support. So for years, I just kind of been like, I'm going to put all of my energy towards supporting my Master of the Media students. But I actually wanted to create this course for the people in our community who maybe can't spend 8,000, but they can spend, 1,000, which is what we're offering Brand Partnership School for right now for our founding member pricing, which ends very soon. So that's like 183 a month. And so this program is for those people who want to either, if you're someone who wants to land your first paid brand partnership or your next paid brand partnership, that's what I created this for. And I distilled a lot of, so we have like the last year or so, I've kind of spent finessing brand partnership school. We had started off with like 6 hours of course material. Now I've distilled all of that down to the three hours of the essential materials that literally you'll watch, listen to, attend live, which is what we're offering right now, these 3 hours of content, and you'll come out having everything you need to land that first or next paid brand partnership. And so that's been something I'm really passionate about, making this information accessible to you guys. And so anyway, that's what I wanted to talk about today, is just, how I can support more people within Master the Media through brand partnership school, because I really think that more health professionals, and I mean, even if you're not a health professional and you're listening to this episode, brand partnership school works for anyone who has an expertise that allows you to, that expertise allows you to work with brands. So what I'm teaching in brand partnership school is how to use your expertise, whether you're a dietitian, physician, health coach, personal trainer, to not only connect with the brands that you want to work with, but to know, how to find the right person, what to say, how to price your services. So like why I'm saying this is either your first or your next brand partnership, because I have a lot of people who come to me and say, Amy, I've landed a brand partnership. I've gotten paid like $100, $200 by this brand. What we're working on in brand partnership school is really identifying what your pricing should be I will tell you it's not $100 or $200. Like partnerships really should start at a minimum of $500 because you're an expert who has influence. And it's not like the way that you're paid as an expert is very different than the way an influencer is paid. You are paid for your credibility, your endorsing of a product, the years of education and credentials that you have versus an influencer is literally paid because they have influence through their followers. And then the pitch process, like how to pitch using my strategic 5-step process, which involves actually connecting through Zoom or a phone call with a person, treating them like the human being they are. Because a lot of times these pitch calls are like 95% conversation and 5% business, and then you land the partnership through that 5%, but really that 95% of treating them like a human. So that's the 3-step process that we walk you through in partnership school. And I love that it's really succinct, that you can watch or attend these 3 hours and come away with everything that you need to land that first or next brand partnership. So I'm just so excited to help more health professionals get in the door with brands, start sharing their expertise, because we just need more expert voices in the world. We need these brands to hire, dietitians, doctors, psychologists, wellness experts who have expertise and credentials versus influencers, right? And so, what brand partnership school entails is right now. So, today is Tuesday, the 24th of March. So, if you enroll in brand partnership school by midnight Pacific time on Thursday, the 26th, you get founding member pricing, which is $183 a month for 6 months. Then pricing is going to go up. Also, if you enroll right now, we are going to have you be able to attend the 3 hours. We're recording those live the first 3 Wednesdays in April. And then we're having a live strategy session where you can come and answer your questions that are specific to your own specific situation. And that's the 4th Wednesday in April. So I am really just so excited to have this. And I think a lot of times we think about the what of brand partnerships. I would love to work with a brand. I'd love to be their spokesperson. I'd love to create social media content for them. I'd love to write a blog post for them. But we don't often think about the how do you get there. And honestly, a lot of the how is, and I really cover this in depth in brand partnership school, but a lot of the how is those human connections. So I love comparing the process of landing a brand partnership to dating, because it's kind of like really similar, right? Like to find the one, you go on a lot of first dates. Like I literally went on 100+ first dates before I met my husband. He went on like 5. um, and so you're vetting a lot of these potential, suitors. So it's a numbers game, right? If you put out one feeler to a brand and that one feeler doesn't work out, you don't have anything. But if you put out 10 feelers, or 100 feelers like I did with my husband, then you'll probably land multiple partnerships. So, and then the part of it where, you're on a first date, like you don't dive in and you're like, hey, you want to go home together? I mean, you hopefully, um, but you start off with like, hey, tell me about yourself. Do you have pets? Do you have siblings? And do you like to travel? So you start off with those human aspects of relationship building. And so it's really the same when you're talking to potential brand partners. It's a lot of relationship building, and sometimes you'll have a conversation with a brand now and that will immediately lead to a partnership. Sometimes it might take a couple weeks, a month for that to lead to a partnership. And like maybe you had a call with the brand and the person told you, oh, my kid was sick, and so check in with them next week, ask how their kid's doing. Don't go straight to, hey, so are you going to hire me? Because it's that part of being human that makes a brand really see you not only as an expert, but an expert who has, compassion and empathy. And at the end of the day, like that's what we're all looking for as humans. And so that means that working with brands isn't purely transactional. It's, of course you're getting paid, which is awesome. But, the brands that I partnered with, that I help my students partner with, it's, you feel fulfilled from working with a brand because, if you give the brand a testimonial, and really cool, like you might get paid $5,000 for that testimonial that they put on their website, but you're a true fan of that product and you're excited to tell people about that product, and you'd probably be telling them about that product anyway, even if you weren't getting paid. And so that's the part where I'm just excited to help you guys connect with brands to get paid by them, because you're probably sharing about those brands anyway. And that's the part that's really exciting, right? So I'm going to stop there. If you are interested in joining Brand Partnership School, I really would love to have you. We are never offering this founding member pricing. Again, prices are going up. So go to masterthemedia.co/brand-partnership-school. And so you have until Thursday, March 26th at midnight Pacific time to get founding member pricing. And you have until Wednesday, April 1st at 11:59 p.m. Pacific time to get those bonuses, the ability to attend those 3 live sessions and ask questions during those 3 live sessions, and to attend the live strategy session and ask all the questions that your heart desires. So anyway, I look forward to working with you and helping you land your first or next paid brand partnership as a healthcare professional.